now like to ask ceremony unit member William Marseille to say the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening, everyone. And no, this is not a formal announcement tonight. I'd be lying if I didn't say that it's very intimidating, as much as it pains me, Christine, to introduce you, because she's such an extraordinary woman with so many accomplishments, both in her personal and her professional life. And having the fire commissioner in the room doesn't really help either. When I was doing the background on her professional life, I thought I made a mistake and clicked on Eleanor Roosevelt, because I said, it's the truth.
You must be running.
Christine O'Connor Burns, there's those hyphens, is the Senior Director of Labor and Government Accounts at Emblem Health. She began her managed care career more than 20 years ago with HIP Health Plan. As her role within the organization developed and grew, she did the organization itself. The merger of HIP and GHI resulted in the creation of Emblem Health, and Christine was named Senior Director, quite a title, responsible to manage all municipal and non-municipal labor union business. A graduate of Cornell University, Christine received her degree in industrial and labor relations with a concentration in collective bargaining and labor law. Christine's parents are here tonight, and I know most likely reminiscing about the Ivy League tuition bills. But suffice to say, it was money well spent. During her years at Cornell, she was an active student leader, a member of Alpha Phi Omega, the founder of the Cornell University Irish American Cultural Society, and a successful competitor on the speech and debate team. I have lost quite a few debates, more like arguments, so I can attest that that was not a fallacy in her resume. Christine's the proud recipient of the NAACP Freedom Leadership Award and the Angel Guardians to the Elderly Woman of the Year Award. She was recently inducted into the Order of the Knights of St. Patrick as its first female member. And that organization supports the New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade and preserves and promotes Irish American history and culture. She remains active with the Cornell University Alumni Association and the Alpha Phi Omega Alumni Association. Christine is a second-generation community mayor, following in the footsteps of her father, John J. O'Connor. Who remains a strong supporter of the work of the Community Mayors and its mission to serve children with special needs. And from a personal experience, Jack is quite a piece of work, and I will leave it at that. Christine currently resides in New Jersey with her husband, Christopher, sitting right over here with the videotape. And did I also tell you that she's the mother of 3 young children? Aiden, Kira, and Elena. Aiden is a close personal friend of mine, and I'm proud to say he's a fellow member of Canarसी's Bravest. So, Commissioner, if you can just plug the ears, because I might have violated a couple of department regulations, but what the heck. Aiden had the opportunity of spending a day tour with the men and women of Canarसी's Bravest, and the officers and the firefighters were so impressed that they inducted him into that elite and brave group of Canarसी's Bravest. But tonight, it's all about his extraordinarily talented and very accomplished mom, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce Christine O'Connor Burns.
Thank you, Richie, the future senator. I'm going to say it from the great borough of Queens. More importantly, thank you, Richie, my friend, my close friend. Those are beautiful words, and they mean more to me than you even realize. Thank you. It is such a pleasure to be here tonight and to receive this Humanitarian of the Year award. I would like to thank Shelley De La Rocca for her leadership and her tireless efforts each and every day. Thank you, Shelley, for inviting me to become a part of this amazing, extraordinary organization. I would like to thank the entire executive board of the Community Mayors. And as the new kid on the block, I have to say that you truly made me, from the moment I entered the room with all of you, you made me feel warm and welcomed and part of something bigger than the sum of all our parts. And it was really wonderful to be welcomed the way that you did. I would like to thank all of my friends and my family who are here tonight, and I'd like to call out a few of those if you don't mind. I would like to thank my father, John O'Connor, who is a community... My father, John, was a community mayor himself, and he remains an extremely passionate supporter of this organization. And I remember my father bringing me to so many of the wonderful events sponsored by the Community Mayors when I was just a kid, around the age of my own children. And he took my hand and he showed me, by walking the walk, what it meant to serve others. And as he continues to teach me, because he certainly still does, even at my ripe old age, he still does it in the same way, to show by example what life really means and what we're meant to do. And I thank you for that. And when I was with my father, you know, we not only met the children who received so much from this organization, but we also met the extraordinary men and women who come together to make these miracles happen. And I remember meeting Shelley De La Rocca's father, Dominic De La Rocca, and just watching him and seeing his dedication and his strength and his unbelievable power of persuasion. If any of you remember Dominic, he was an extraordinary man, and when I see what Shelley does, I see the apple doesn't fall far. And those are just some great memories, and I'm so proud that as I'm older, I'm able to do a little bit more and to give a little bit back. I would also like to thank my mother, my beautiful mother. Are you crying? She's my Italian side. She's crying. My emotional and wonderful and beautiful mother, who taught me a long, long time ago that that the greatest gift that we could all give, the greatest gift of life, is the joy that you can bring in any way to somebody else. And she taught me that early on, and she does it every day, quietly and without any thanks most of the time. And I try to emulate her in everything that I do. So thank you. I want to thank beautiful. You crying? You're only half out of time. I want to thank my sister Carrie for also being here, who also happens to be my best friend and my confidant and is always by my side. I want to thank all of my aunts and uncles. I think they might be the loudest group in the bunch. My extended family for being here, and to all of my friends. Thank you. To my husband, Christopher Burns, I'd like to wish you a happy early anniversary. Our 14th wedding anniversary is next week. And I want to particularly thank the three little ones in the corner, my extraordinary, beautiful, and truly exceptional children. My son Aiden, who's 9, and a Canarsie firefighter. My daughter Elena, who just turned 6 2 days ago. So happy birthday to Elena. And she just lost her first tooth and got $20. So whoever's selling the raffles, you may want to come on in that direction. And to my little baby daughter, Kira, who's 4 years old, my little redhead. Those are the loves of my life, and they're the inspiration for every single thing that I do each and every day. And as I say to them every night, I've said it for almost 9 years now, every night before they go to bed, I love you from here to Russia, to the moon and back, to infinity and beyond. This award means so much, and this organization means so much to so many. The impact on the lives of thousands and thousands of children with special needs in our community, it really can't be fully expressed by me in words up on a podium. Rather, it is when you're actually attending one of these events and you're at JFK Airport and Santa Claus arrives in a real airplane, and he comes and you see the joy and the love and the happiness in the expression of children as Santa comes to each and every one and says hello personally and provides him or her with a gift. And at that moment, it's a palpable feeling. You see that for that moment, that child feels like the luckiest kid on the planet, despite all of the hardship and the challenges that they face on a day-to-day basis. And that's what the Community Mayors is all about. And that's the reason that I do the little bit that I do to try to help. And that's the reason that I know that we're all here tonight. And that's the impact that I'm talking about in terms of what the Community Mayors does. It's something beyond words. And to be a small part of that makes me also feel like the luckiest person in the world. The mission of this grassroots, hands-on, community-based charitable organization, it's so crystal clear. It's to positively impact the lives of children who really need us most, and to celebrate all of our differences, and to come together in a spirit of love and kindness and goodness to make a difference in the quality of life for thousands and thousands of children. It's a mission that all of us in this room should share, and it's one that you can all be a part of. And I encourage all of you to join the Community Mayors, and maybe you start by coming to one of the events that we're talking about so that you can see what I've seen and feel what I feel, and then eventually become a community mayor yourself, is my hope. And maybe then you'll see what I mean about being a part of this village that it really does take to raise all of our children. I know in my heart, without a doubt, that someday my children, Aiden, Elena, and Kira, will be the third generation community mayor. And until they're actually inducted, the way Aiden was inducted in the Canarsie Firehouse, apparently. I wasn't allowed in, but we'll talk about that later. Until that happens, I am going to bring my children with me so that they can learn the way that I learned from my father. They can learn by doing the work of serving others and seeing what it means to really give back and to feel the good feeling that you feel when you do something like that. So I thank you. I congratulate the other honorees. It's an extraordinary group. I thank you so much for this honor, and I will remember this special night, honestly, for the rest of my life, and I will cherish this award, and the award will be a reminder to me and to my 3 children that the real purpose in life is to love and to be loved and to give and to serve those who need us most. Thank you very much.